let me ask you just for as somebody who's seen the whole thing, the development of the millions of articles. Big impossible question. What's your favorite article?
My favorite article. Well, I've got an amusing answer, which is possibly also true. There's an article in Wikipedia called "Inherently Funny Words," and one of the reasons I love it is when it was created early in the history of Wikipedia, it kind of became like a dumping ground. People would just come by and write in any word that they thought sounded funny. And then it was nominated for deletion because somebody's like, this is just a dumping ground. Like, people are putting all kinds of nonsense in. And in that deletion debate, somebody came forward and said, essentially, wait a second, hold on. This is actually a legitimate concept in the theory of humor and comedy. And a lot of famous comedians and humorists have written about it. And it's actually a legitimate topic. So then they went through and they meticulously referenced every word that was in there and threw out a bunch that weren't. And so it becomes this really interesting. Now, my biggest disappointment, and it's the right decision to make, because there was no source, but it was a picture of a cow, but there was a rope around its head, tying on some horns onto the cow. So it was kind of a funny looking picture. It looked like, like a bull, with horns, but it's just like a normal milk cow. And below it, the caption said, according to some, cow is an inherently funny word, which is just hilarious to me, partly because the according to some sounds a lot like Wikipedia. But there was no source, so it went away, and I feel very sad about that. But I've always liked that. And I actually, the reason Depths of Wikipedia amuses me so greatly is because it does like highlight really interesting, obscure stuff. And you're like, wow, I can't believe somebody wrote about that in Wikipedia. It's quite amusing. And sometimes there's a bit of wry humor in Wikipedia. There's always a struggle. You're not trying to be funny, but occasionally a little inside humor can be quite healthy and fun.
Apparently, words with the letter K are funny.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really well researched stuff on this page. It's actually exciting. And I should mention for Depths of Wikipedia, it's run by Annie Rawarda.
That's right, Annie.
And let me just read off some of the pages. Octopolis and Octalantis.
Oh yeah, that was
are two separate non-human underwater settlements built by the gloomy octopuses in Jervis Bay, East Australia. The first settlement, named Octopolis by biologists, was founded in 2009. The individual structures in Octopolis consist of burrows around a piece of human detritus believed to be scrap metal, and it goes on in this way.
Great.
Satiric misspelling. Least concern species. Humans were formally assessed as a species of least concern in 2008. I think Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy would slightly disagree. And last one, let me just say, friendship paradox is the phenomena first observed by the sociologist Scott Feld in 1991 that on average, an individual's friends have more friends than that individual.
Oh, that's really
very lonely.
That's the kind of thing that makes you want to, like, it sounds implausible at first, because shouldn't everybody have, on average, about the same number of friends as all their friends? So you really want to dig into the math of that and really think, oh, why would that be true?
And it's one way to feel more lonely in a mathematically rigorous way.